Hi friends, I'm going to plan today in my Laurel Denise Luna planner. I've also come up with some mock spreads in the Laurel Denise Luna Discbound planner so we can take a look and compare some ideas. Let's get started. Welcome back to my channel. I am Natalie of Coquette Natalie, and I love to talk about planners and stationery. We are going to dive into July with a Laurel Denise Luna plan with me. I have the Coiled Luna planner, and I've been using this since June. And since then, Laurel Denise also came out with a Discbound version of some of her popular planners, and Luna is one of them as well. So we're going to take a look. I did some mock spreads in here for July, so we're going to dive into that later. First off, let's start with the Luna, the Coiled Luna. And she will be offering the Luna in size small coming up this fall for the academic year. And I believe for the Discbound, it's not until next spring sometime. Okay, so let's dive in. I was kind of excited. I do love this planner so much, and I wanted to use it. I was deciding between using a small rose and the Luna. And for me, I thought that the Luna looked really nice on my planner stand because it was a portrait mode. Just realized I haven't done the name page, so I'll have to do that later on. But let's recap June really quickly. This is what I have done in June. It's really helped me keep me organized. I don't use the weekly pages. I took them out. Have some summer menu ideas. Actually didn't even use these notes page, which I can since it's an insert, I can transfer it to another page as well, and it still has a summer theme on there. And then just some ideas on things I'm doing for home and my upcoming trip as well. So I love using the Laurel Denise sticky notes, and I continue to use that here. I like using, I'm not sure what number this is, but I'll link it below, but it's this one with these smaller blue squares. I use these ones all the time. And she has a bunch of new sticky notes sets out yet with new covers. So that's pretty much what it is. And to me, I kind of call it my working dashboard. And I love it so much. I use my friction pen in here, and I just kind of get down and dirty, brain dumping all of my mom life things from home to family to school and so forth. So let's go to July. This is a July start planner. I did already plan in here, and I used stickers from not only the Laurel Denise banner sticker set for the size Scout Large. I used Hand Cam Plans Patreon stickers, and then I used some leftover stickers I had from Hand Cam Plan as well. So, that's in my other one, actually, the Discbound one. So I have very limited things happening because we are traveling to France for a few weeks. I do have things to clean, and I thought since I took out all of the weekly pages, I'm going to show you, really easy to take them out. I just ripped them out, and I'm not sad about it. I like looking at it like this, and I think it just seems much more functional to me. And I thought it'd be fun because I'm coming back from vacation, and I'll just already know quickly at first glance that first week what are things I need to do right away. And this is a really handy sticky note pad from Laurel Denise. I just use it sometimes to brain dump how the week is going to go, but I thought I could just do this. I had leftover Hand Cam Plan date stickers from different kits, added those in here. And I think it just looks very functional, kind of top level, things to clean, things to do for school and home, and getting my daughter moved into the dorms and whatnot. So that's just, July. As we move into later in the fall, I'm sure I may be using the weekly pages, maybe for meal planning and whatnot. But for now, I think in summer when it's a little more chaotic, this is really nice and fresh. And so don't be afraid to you don't have to use every single page of the planner. If the month changes, you can change around and do different things. So, okay, so we're gonna move on to the Discbound planner. Okay, we are gonna dive into some of my sample spreads in my Laurel Denise Discbound Luna. I was just kind of still deciding if I wanted to use the Discbound or not. I haven't changed the rings yet. I do have really nice metal rings, but that's in my place in San Francisco. And I did hear from Plan with Elise that sometimes putting wax paper on these help them move more smoothly if they're new metal ones. So that's a good tip. I might try that, but I do have nicer metal ones. I will move into those later on. So I decided to, let me move this away, set up a mock spread here for a working mom. She's has her own little design business, and she has 2 kids. And so I just use leftover stickers from Hand Cam Plan's Patreon kit, but then also leftover stickers from some of her other kits that I had, which really matched really nicely. And then I thought sometimes maybe up here it's kind of small, and if you write big, you can just maybe have like important dates down here. Like these are birthdays of people or anniversaries. Instead of putting them into the squares, maybe where the squares you need more real estate for appointments or for like camp or other things like that. Here's like they're going to visit grandma and have a road trip. And then I didn't do the habit trackers, but you guys can figure out what you want to do there. You know, like important things, cleaning out the patio by the 15th of the month. And then, you know, moving the furniture, like books, you know, she wants to read. And then movies coming up she may want to take the kids to. Maybe this one's The Odyssey, obviously just for her. And maybe her husband for a date night. And then the other ones to take the kids to. And then this is like a nice area for brain dumps. I feel like I used to use this for my top things to do, or like whenever I think of something I need to do for the house or for home, I would kind of write it down in here and just like kind of let it live here. And here's like a sample spread of like how a week can go. Like these are kind of home tasks. And then I flag them. Like she mainly is a designer and she works at her desk, but she wants to call out times for meetings she has with people or important things. And today's like her design day. And I love using these Laurel Denise sticky notes. I actually used to do like more neutral, but her colorful ones are so nice because they kind of really call out and pop out and they match with like kind of anything. So, and it's not, doesn't feel too highlighter, like neon bright. They're really nice and muted in a way. So she has her design tasks underneath and she has her meetings here and then her full design day. So that's what a typical sample weekly schedule can be. And I just wrote in the days of the week here. I mean, you can put the numbers if you wanted to. You can write in dates. You don't have to just use stickers. And I have to say, Laurel Denise has the undated planner stickers as well as the banner sticker sets that she has. Let me get that. This is a smaller one. This is the small scout, but like just for the large scout, you have all the dates here too, and they're all colorful. So that's kind of a fun way to go. It's very, very affordable. And what I do like about these undated planner sticker sheets is that the color tone of the paper of these stickers match the Laurel Denise paper really well. So sometimes they sell out. So definitely check that out if you are interested. And so that's just a sample weekly spread. I only did 1 week. And here is like, this is actually the disc paper, the disc insert for the large Nancy Ann. And it fits in here because basically, I think for the Luna and the Scout, it's a smaller piece like this. So this is nice because if you wanted to have a bigger schedule and put in notes here, this is sort of a sample week of her summer because her kids are in this camp in the day and then they have swimming things and baseball after school at different times. And then she kind of like plots out her workout schedule in here as well. So this is like an ideal schedule for her. I thought this was nice to kind of keep in here. And yeah, she can reference it. Or if you wanted to, you could also just take out these kind of weekly sheets and just do this per week and just do, this is the first week of the month and this is the second week of the month and so forth. In this back page, I cut up one of these sheets. These are from the inserts for the right side monthly calendar. I just cut it right here. So it fit in here really nicely because I didn't want the ones for the small rows that would cover up the whole side of the page because I really wanted the sidebar with like things I wanted to do for the month or she wants to do. And I came up with meals for the whole month in here for her. And it's kind of a great reference because you can kind of like swap out days if you decide you don't want to do that. But this is a great way to just have that done for the month. So yeah, if you are like, you know, she's going to a barbecue and there's like pizza night for the family. They're going to grandma's for that road trip. So that's dinner at grandma's house. So that's all the stuff, all the meals for the month is in there. That would be that's my personal goal for the future to do something like this. Okay, and then this month kind of highlighting things in her garden, updating her budget, and then change her blind batteries. And these are important things like getting ready for back to school for 2 kids, and then kind of like highlighting 2 little like important things for home. I feel like this makes everything a little bit more manageable. It's broken down into areas. You have still this dot grid area to put notes in here if you wanted to. But I will say one of the pros I thought as I was working on this mock spread, this if you are someone who is like on the go and you really, I enjoyed planning in here too, but I really enjoyed when I could just take out the whole page and just have it on my desk. I haven't done that in a long time in a Discbound planner, so being able to just rip the page, not rip, but you know, take out the insert and write on there. Even these sheets, I took them out and I was able to evenly do the lines for these. Sometimes it's difficult, and then just pop them back in. So there is a sort of like freedom in that, especially when you want to write and have like the paper there nicely. That's a pro. And then the other pro is that you can kind of make it however you want. Like you can take out these inserts really easily. Although I will say for this, I just ripped them out and it's easy to do that too. And there are inserts for the coil bound planners as well, which is one of the great things about Laurel Denise. So that's just some ideas here for you. I hope you liked it. I really love this meal planning idea. I think that'll be really fun to try in the fall for me. I think I'm still debating about this because I'm not sure. I have a whole coil planner for the rest from July until next June. So I do like to use that. And I don't like, if I don't want to use the weekly pages, I can just take them out. So, and these are only 3-month packs. So I'm not sure if I'm going to like rip them out and rip out the pages in the coil planner and just punch them in here. That's a possibility too, because it is really nice. I can change out the covers each season and it's actually much lighter. And I don't really take it on the go, but it is a little bit lighter. So I also like that I got these insert for plastic folders and it'll fit like documents. Like if I'm getting invoices from painters or like proposals and whatnot, I can put them back here and it fits just as like an 8.5 by 11 sheet that you get. So I like that a lot. And so, yeah, I'm still deciding if I'm going to switch over on there, but it was really fun to do a mock spread just to see how the flow of planning would go. So thank you so much for joining me in this video. Feel free to leave me a comment if you have any questions about the Laurel Denise Luna planner or the new Discbound planners. I've left links to everything in the description box. And if you shop Laurel Denise, please use my code Natalie10 and you'll get 10% off your entire order. And if you like planners and stationery in Laurel Denise, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.